Hey y'all, it's LD, and today is a bittersweet day for me. I am about to send a watch off to a new home. And when I started back on my collection journey, it really was about the phase of just finding watches that I loved, that I resonated with, and that I enjoyed wearing. And that was it. I had no intentions on ever selling a watch. And in the past month or so, ironically, two of my favorite watches, the watches that I absolutely love and adore, have been sold. Ironically, they're both Jack Masons. And I think that Jack Mason is one of the most amazing American brands out there right now in the watch world. I enjoy to see what they do. They come up with some great, robust, tremendous value for the money, and they don't make cheap watches. And when I say they don't make cheap watches, it has nothing to do with the price. I am saying, in my experience, they don't make cheap watches. And currently, this watch that I have right now, which is the Jack Mason Pursuit Pro, this watch was launched back in, I believe, October. I had got it. This is the Shadow. I absolutely loved this watch. The only watch that would compete on my wrist with this watch was my Air King, or this is the only watch that competed with my Air King. So this Jack Mason micro brand would compete with the Crown, all right? And I got enjoyment out of wearing both of them. I really didn't want to sell this watch, but as they say, I made an offer that I couldn't refuse.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
So what I am going to do now, as I send this watch out, because the La Joux movement that's inside of the Pursuit Pro has about 68 hours of power reserve. And one thing that I think that is a cool tip, because I'm going to send this via FedEx, is a cool tip is when you get a watch and it's already set to the proper time. And so what I am going to do is on my phone, this wasn't how it's supposed to be. Once again,
Boy, good.
but on my phone, I am going to pull up the NIST website. So hopefully this works out well. So on my phone, I'm going to pull up the NIST website. And I know that their time, it's about to be 2:49 their time. So I am going to set the clock to 2:50. And it is now set for 2:50. And in about 8 seconds, it will be 2:50 and 00 minutes. And
Synchronize your watches.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't wear a watch.
Time is a construct.
now, and I'll give it a good wind just to make sure that we're doing good. And this is proper time. And this is the time that's actually set for their local time, not mine. All right. And now that should be good. I don't want to overwind it, even though this watch or this movement, you should not have a problem overwinding. I am going to set this to right now where we see the hands moving. The hands look perfectly well, in my opinion. And at the same moment, everything looks good. Just to give a good once over, just to make sure there's no scratches, nothing wrong. And I do this part fully on camera. I'm not going to try to take any breaks off of this. I do this part fully on camera for full transparency. So then this person knows that when I am actually sending them the watch, that the watch that they're getting came straight from me. So got one side in. The loop over goes, if I remember, the loop goes on this side and it comes over the back. I think that's how it goes. Or did I do that wrong? I may have done that wrong. Nope. Because I think that's what it was. It comes back and it comes over. Correct. All right. I just want to make sure nobody's perfect. Because and push that in just like that. Put the card in bring, and I will say this, one of the reasons why I didn't never wore the strap is because when I take this off, when it's still stiff, the strap just always kind of got in my way. So now I show that. This is what's going in there. Inside the Jack Mason pouch. I may fast forward this, I don't know. I'll still talk through it. Close up the pouch. Put that right there. Certificate of authenticity. Accuracy test. The original welcome card from Peter Cho. The Jack Mason Care Guide with the warranty. And the movement ingredients, the movement instructions right there. So all of this is going in. Talking about winding the watch, automatic movements, or wind the crown 30 times before time setting. When worn, the natural motion of your wrist will increase the power. And it goes into all of this. And it talks about your safety, all of that. I don't want to go too much into this, but I'll put, and the Jack Mason medallion. So that goes in. That goes in. Jack Mason medallion goes in as well. Closing up the book. This one did, even from when I first, and if you ever go to my unboxing video, had a little bit of a kind of a dent on the front of it, but I didn't think it was that bad because at that point I wasn't planning on selling it. But have the sleeve that goes over. And for me, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go off of camera real quick. But for me, that's not what I was looking for. There is a padded sleeve that I am actually gonna put on over the watch. And the reason why I wanna do that padded sleeve over the watch, or at least some kind of cover or some kind of slip cover, is that one controls any kind of, it creates a moisture barrier in a way, but it also gives it one less thing to happen, especially when it's in paper. I don't know what's going to happen in FedEx. I don't know what's going to happen around there. So I'll take this, put it in there. Now this is something that I got with my Belova wall clock, but I get this, take it in the box, and I should have had in the box, and that goes in. Now, one thing that I like to do is I put a thank you card in here. And the thank you card, because really, I don't care who you are. If you're spending this kind of money, hold on a second, because I want to make sure, and I don't want to crush this. But when you're spending this kind of money, even on a micro brand watch, that's still a lot of money. And I always tell people this, whether it's my business or not, I appreciate watches and I love watches to the point to where, you know, that money can be spent other places or it can be with somebody else. And so now one thing I forgot, which I have to go off camera again for, is the packing tape, because I want to seal it and show everything that I did on camera at one point. That way, if anything, this is how you build trust. One of those things that, you know, you learn in this business or in this industry is that you don't buy the watch as much as you buy the dealer. Well, I'm not a dealer. I'm just a regular person. And just because I may have some a random channel on YouTube, or just because I participate in a group, does that make me more accountable? It should. It should. But we've all seen cases where somebody has bought a watch in a group and they feel that they've gotten screwed over, or somebody didn't send what they told them that they were going to send. And so I don't ever want to be that somebody, because to me, like most things, all you got in this world is your word and your name. And I want to make sure that when the person who is getting this watch gets this watch, that they love this watch as much as I do. So I do this one, that if you ever get a watch from me, you know that it's going to have a lot of tape on there. No. If you ever get a watch from me, you know that I am still taking care of this watch as I want a watch to come to me. So, and this will probably still end up getting taped again at FedEx. But as soon as I finish recording this, this is going straight to FedEx. And so there we have it. The box is ready. So you should be able to see this box when you get it, if you're looking at this video, and you'll see this box looking just like this, except it will have your name and label and stuff like that. But it shouldn't look any different than this. All right. So if you guys are selling boxes or selling watches on the internet, or even like if you sell cameras, lenses, whatever, try to package it as best as you can, and try to be like if you were getting it, because it will move around and stuff like that. And you don't want it to be all jacked up once that person gets it. Now, if you have any questions, as always, like a fat kid in dodgeball, I am out.